going on, everybody? So, bet you thought I wouldn't be doing a video like this in a while. But I have some things that I have to go over. Some things I have to cover. And unfortunately, it's about CubeCraft's newest update. And a few other things, personally. But the main problem I had when this update came out was I was worried because the players just kind of ditched the server. If you can't tell by the amount that's listed here, and yes, it is 4 in the morning for me because that's just my schedule, and it's a schedule that fits my work. So my sleep schedule is pushed around my work schedule, obviously, and I typically don't ever have free time, but when I do, I like to spend it playing video games. And you probably knew that about me already. However, recording it is a lot more work than you think, because that requires editing, that requires the actual recording, and that requires the content. So if I were to play, I would need to make sure I have the content. And a lot of the stuff that's been happening recently in these few game modes we actually have left hasn't really been that content worthy. Now, you may know me as an OG player, and that means like someone who's played for a long time on CubeCraft. And Cube decided to update their server to 1.19. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, oh, that's great, because now players who like playing on the latest version can join the server. False. You can join the server. However, you cannot join in an earlier version, which means the whole problem with 1.19 is players who played with, say, LabbyMod, and I personally didn't. I got offered to use LabbyMod several times, and I just declined it because I like Fabric. Fabric is just way better in my opinion. And players who used LabbyMod were limited to 1.12, I believe. So they were perfectly fine joining the server in that version, but now they can't. So they'll be forced to use a different version, which means they'll be forced to use a different client. And that tanked the players. So now there's not very many players, there's not very much fun. It's just kind of like a dying server at this point. And you may know me as a player who was around the time when each one of these different game modes had a server to them. Like Free For All had their own server, Egg Wars had their own server, Skywars even had their own server, I believe. And Egg Wars was like one of my favorite game modes, but then there's just a lot of players who try way too hard, or they're just straight up pretending it's like ranked. And I'm just a casual player, so that's just not my cup of tea anymore, so I had to ditch Egg Wars. I would have made a series out of it, but it became a little too difficult, especially for my schedule. And the small little cute little videos that I've been making are, of course, in Free For All. But let me show you something real quick. If you go into Free For All, you can see the regions, right? Here's Asia. Literally nobody in Asia. Here's Europe. That's where all the players are. And then, of course, there's North America, my region. There's no players whatsoever. Now, it does say there's 50 players. That means that there's a map that is in here that is full of players. However, judging off these, it's definitely, well, the chances are high that it's Europe. Reason being is because Europe usually has the most maps. It was also the original region for the server. And I used to play on Europe all the time, and then I fell in love with the NA when it came out because I was a little I was just a little blue solar eclipse that didn't really understand much in regions, but then I found out that NA was so much easier to play on because everything wasn't late. I didn't have to deal with latency. It was fantastic. And then I kind of grew into that and was like, oh, now I don't want to ever go back to EU. Because EU, there are a few hidden gems of players who are super nice and can get along with you easily. But EU, I've found out, is just full of players who like to backstab or clean fights or just be disrespectful in general. But I feel like that's free for all overall. But EU, I just see a lot more of it. And of course, my ping is like 100, 120 ms instead of like 30 to 40, which it is in NA. So players are going to complain about my connection. So if I ever win a fight, they're just going to blame that. But overall, I just never really found a joy in playing in EU ever since NA came out. And now that NA is pretty much dead, I don't really find joy in free-for-all anymore on CubeCraft. And the other game modes, there's not much to choose from. I remember back when Assassins was the thing and survival games was a thing. Oh, those are my thing. I loved those game modes. That's where I found a lot of my friends. That's where I played a lot of the time on the server. Then I moved, obviously, from Egg Wars over to free-for-all because I played Egg Wars at the same time as I played survival games or Assassins. And those game modes are really fun. And now they don't exist anymore. It's just Egg Wars and free-for-all. The two game modes that I've played in the past. I never really touched up on Sky Wars because it was always EU. But Free For All turned into NA, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. But now that the server's updated, and a lot of the players don't even play it anymore because nobody really enjoyed this update that much. It's kind of, it sucks because the small amount of the time when there are NA players, it is when I am either working or I'm asleep. Because if you didn't know, my schedule is I work 4 p.m. So 12 hours from now, I am working. It is 4 a.m. And that typically lasts either 8 to 10, maybe even 12 hours, depending on my shift, because it depends on how much work we have to do as a team at my job. And so when we get all of our work done, then we get to go home. There's only 2 days that I get off, and those days I either spend with my girlfriend or I decide to go and do something special, visit family or some sort, watch a movie, go out in theaters, or just kind of relax, just rebuild myself, because my job is very physically demanding, and I don't exactly see myself coming back to YouTube very frequently. Unless it's to, of course, watch a video or something, But I can't see myself playing on this server that much anymore, and unfortunately, I see it as pretty much dying. So I've been playing on other servers, such as Legacy, PvP Legacy, that is. And I actually do have my own server that me and my buddy Tajay, if you remember way back when me and Tajay played a lot. He's a server owner / creator. He's built a few in the past. Things IRL has not checked out for either of us, and he's definitely met the worst end of it. And I'm proud of him for how far he's gotten, actually. But he is dealing with a lot of stuff IRL that has been hitting him like a truck. It's just, how it is. Growing up, you realize things that take up all your free time, then you have to deal with it, and he is doing everything he can, as well as me. So I hate to make a video like this, but if y'all were wondering, I am doing good. I have a roof above my head, I'm able to buy food, I just bought a new car. It's a 2023 Audi A4, very nice vehicle, $52,000 US for that car. I love every minute of it. I'm pretty much just trying to get my whole life together here and my first goal ever since I got my new job was to buy a nice car. I've been running a 2007 Saturn Ion for the last 5 years of my life, ever since I got my driver's license. And it's nice knowing that I can finally own a vehicle that is not crap. I mean, Saturn isn't that crappy of a brand. They just didn't price their cars good enough and they ended up going out of business. So yeah, you're getting a really nice car for a cheap price and it just kind of died out or something like that. I don't know, that's just what I was told, but they don't make those cars anymore and they were durable as hell. That's pretty much all I have to say. Minecraft related, at least. For my life, I am putting more into my life than I am into YouTube, obviously, if you couldn't tell by the videos not really coming in. And I refuse to make shorts because I'm stubborn and probably stupid, but I don't know, I just got this thing against TikTok. Ever since it came out, I just thought it was completely overrated and everyone uses it and it's like, oh, I'm a YouTuber, not a TikToker. So yeah, I don't really have much to say. I'm sorry for not posting videos. My life's just kind of hectic now. I'm older and have way more responsibilities than I did, say, a year or two ago. And yeah, no, I mean, if you want me to, I can go into a map, get a quick combo real quick on a player, just to show that I guess there is PvP. Hey, I remember this player. What are they trying to show me? What? What? I don't understand. Is there a player I can actually attack here? What? What the heck? Did he know this was gonna be here? Yeah, this is kind of what happens, I guess. Just a big... Everyone stabs each other. I don't know, man. I recognize that player, but I really don't play here. I just don't understand the reach with the EU, and I can't really... I think he just wants the... I need one kill, please. Alright, man. You can have the one kill. I'll allow it. But I'm leaving Cube. But, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. If you watch till the end, comment... I don't know, comment the word Fox. Just so I know you watched the whole video. And, yeah, no, I appreciate you for staying a subscriber, if you are. And I appreciate those who have subscribed due to my shorter videos. Just kind of like a filler, I guess. I was still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers just to say I hit the milestone, but I seem to just stop at 900 every time, and then it just slowly goes back down, and it's very demotivating. It just makes me not want to make videos anymore. Seeing that every single day for the last few years, it just kind of sucks. Ever since my video with the Minecraft enchantments and what they do popped off, it just, after that video stopped popping off, I just never even got any subscribers from that point. And the few that did come in, I appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry for not making videos, but this is going to be very illy edited, and it'll probably have my intro for old time's sake. Not the loud one that just destroys your ears, but the newer one that looks pretty and purple and blah blah blah. And I guess right here I'll have a card to other videos I've made. Could be about CubeCraft, could be just, I don't know, a 14-hit combo or something like that. I don't know. I know that was a popular video on my channel. Or you never know, it could be about forks. But it's all up to the algorithm, I guess, or what the viewer wants best. But yeah, feel free to click one of these and subscribe. And if you do, I guess I will probably come back. If I see that subscriber count go up, I'll be like, wow, they really want to see me come back, and I'll have to make videos on Legacy, I guess. This cube's pretty much dead. But if that does happen, then well, kudos to you guys. It's dedication, I guess, and that'll motivate me to do more. But yeah, I might have made this outro too long, so now these are now the things you can click. So feel free to click one of those, tap one of those, whichever one, or subscribe, like the video. Remember to comment that word I said. And yeah, no no BS. This is my life now, I guess. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next video.